upstate New York, Syracuse University, and under the dome today, we have a terrific clash in store. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls. With us for EA Sports College, David Pollack and Justin. Guys, teams will kick it away to start us off. Offense will get the first swing of the game. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapon.
Wide receiver shows motion. They'll run it from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Syracuse right back at it.
And that play shows you really what this defense
on first. Second down. After third and long. They keep attacking through the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Hatcher. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. Syracuse has a really soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot, the quarterback.
Get back. The 20. Past the 10. Touchdown, Hurricane. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. Kick it away and the wait to get six. Here comes the offense on first down. And 13. Here's the handoff. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24. A third and long coming up here. He'll off one deep down the left side. And that ball is hauled in inside at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Syracuse comes to the line on first and goal. Trying to bully their way in. And makes his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Cuse! Precision blocking up front, creating the open lane and the running back
to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the Miami Hurricane offense takes the field and they'll have their first possession. And both of these teams have anchors in the middle that you build your defense around.
And everybody just seems to look to these two guys when there's a big play on the field that needs to happen, right?
They're making all the calls. They're making sure that they're in the right spot.
Not to get to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited.
And he'll get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. To the air, it's Ward. And this is going to be incomplete on third. And the Canes decide to punt it away.
Third and long situation. They try to go screen. I think they're...
These little ones, set the tone, stay balanced.
Looking to throw on second down. Quickly, big pickup. He'll pull it on the read. Quarterback gets enough. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. Syracuse has a... Just going to keep it after the snap. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. the field goal. They're set to kick it away. Dynamic, but they get it. Here comes that Miami. Fires to the big fella. Really nice job there by both guys on the move. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now they're trying play action. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him.
Man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to him in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows. Fielded in the end zone. It's Haynes. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17.
A bit more efficient.
I think they just got to do a little better job of executing on this drive, and let's see if they can punch it in for 6 this time.
Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Quickly to the tight end. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down.
To pick up the first.
Twice in the victory. 1. Offense lining up quickly. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Lining up to convert 3rd down. Tight end finds a soft spot. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting.
It. Got it behind the line. It's Arroyo. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. On 3rd, turn 1 loose down.
My best defenses, and then
how about this? It's out of bounds.
What to do if they're
Syracuse right back at it. Gets it out quickly. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chain. Syracuse ready to go to work with another 1st down.
Hard work pays off, guys. These offenses work so hard week in, week out, working on those critical down distances. 3rd down. Having that conversion this early in the game, that's got to feel good for this offense.
McCord. Fires to the tight end. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. Facing the pass, Canes will try to pin them back with the punt. They make the stop, but there is a penalty marker down. Let's see what the call is.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker.
The play fake out in the backfield. It's McCormick. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. They want
The big fella. I mean, go through big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guy. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team. Opportunity to get some points, start thinking about
Position they
He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. I was starting to think about what they would do if they didn't pick up the 1st down here, but I guess that's a moot point now.
moot point for sure, and the head coach was probably telling them 4-down territory, we're going to kick a field goal, whatever the next decision was going to be, and now the OC's like, don't worry about it. New set of downs.
Got the lose a couple. Throw, it's McCord. Zings it complete.
He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Makes the grab, and he's got the first. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. That may seem like a really aggressive
stat, so I like the aggressiveness to go for it, especially when you get it, like the easy decision.
And home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And I want to be aggressive, second and goal. Didn't make a big mistake. Throw a turnover in this area. You want to make sure you can guarantee points. You still got third and goal coming up, and if you want to go for it on fourth.
Third and goal. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Quick strike complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. They allowed the completion, but forming to keep them away from that first down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those third down situations underneath the sticks. And you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the football. That's a great execution by this defense.
They were able to get a field goal on board, and now they'll kick it away. And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the chance.
And I know I'll give you a chance when it's 1-1, but not 2-1. You got to see that. You got to understand that they're trying to take away this game. There's a reason they're trying to take it away. What else can I do now to take advantage of that defense?
Got it in the middle. It's Arroyo. He gets it so touch short.
The things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
First down here for the offense. These little gains, he gets it up to the 34. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. From the gun, running back on the move.
Run and get
about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Throws for the tight end. Hauls it in. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chain. On the screen. Get back on top of it and avert the turnover. Third down is where the money is made, but they're lucky to be here after that ball was loose. From the gun, wants to pass. Moving quickly down the field. He'll take a shot. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. Couldn't make the connection on first down. Now here on second. He's looking to throw. Gets it out fast. And he'll run across the sideline. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Makes a grab at the 6-yard line. It's first.
Aggressive, and now they're set up. Forget the field goal. We're not looking for 3 now. Now set up in a 1st and goal, trying to get a touchdown.
That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6. Last play, now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, looking for the score. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. It's still 3rd and goal. It's a play,
but finally
he'll try to put up the 3 ball from 43 yards away. Absolutely perfect. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. He'll bring it out. It's Haynes. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19.
You just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run.
Got the game plan and trying to find his man on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense.
And the third down pass is incomplete. Syracuse will send out the punt team.
Well, it's third and short. They're throwing for it. They just can't come up with that one. Setting up a big decision now for the head coach on fourth down.
Fair catch called for and made. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking
for football. Put a nice drive to
this team. I think chips that are favored and then exploited.
You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, good situation, not as predictable on a third.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Arroyo. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 55 for the score. Touchdown, Miami!
Man, what a nice touchdown run, and this is the team effort, right? It's got to start.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was finished off by a terrific 26-yard, but not down. They're getting this guy lathered up. Just working and poking and prodding in front of 5. On the run, it's McCord. It's complete to the left. And he slid through that attempt, and he's got room. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous.
When he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down.
Zone coverage means the hole, finding that hole, and the quarterback throwing straight.
He'll keep it himself and really give you a shot of momentum. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Snags it over the middle. Referee signals timeout is today. Time for maybe one warning. Catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Orange.
That is exactly what we'll do. Big momentum play. My defense creates a turnover. I'm being aggressive. I'm going for the big score, the big play down the field. They get rewarded and get the big passing touchdown.
Point after. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. He'll start the return inside his 5. And we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. He'll come out throwing on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. He's looking. He's got away. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Offense set on first down. Again, really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. They line up with this one.
To make that play.
They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Got it in the middle. It's Hatchet. A timeout is called as this offense right there. Good pickup is still short of the first down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Looking to take a shot. Down and somebody fires to the middle. Syracuse ready to on the out route.
Late in the half, you want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
He's good. Work on that scoring drive. A touchdown. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the closest you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. He's looking to throw. Grab near the sticks. It's Johnson. He stopped quickly, but not before he has an hurry to the line. Wants to throw on first down. Still from the pocket, fires over the middle. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. They'll throw it on first down. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the
zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Just a solid stop by this sophomore. And they don't want to risk a turnover here, so they'll just take the knee and head to the locker room. First, will and provide. This second half could be those. He found as he stopped at the 18. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. I imagine we'll see the other 3 bills for the game.
And there's 2 reasons why, Reese. He's made good decisions, and he's been
him out. And the Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. The Hurricanes in
them on their
you a little bit of everything. 300 yards.
And it's down. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. The way will stand. And the extra point puts them on top by 1. They put together an 81-yard drive and 14. 1 to the 15. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They try to put him down after he rips off a huge play. After that last big gainer, they'll put it in play. 1st and 10 from their own 49. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And you want to talk about gang tackling, every tackle. He had to get rid beautifully.
I need to hold on to this football because the longer I hold on to it with the blitz coming, the worse things are going to happen. I just need a few yards for the first down, get it out of my hand, get the first down.
Finds the tight end. And he delivers the blow, and he's still running. They'll try to get it in with the run. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the
defense is stopping the run.
hard. Yeah, how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. You might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live for the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
They'll try to blast their way in. He's going to be stopped short. Dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a...
Oh, that makes you feel good if you're the quarterback.
And the Canes come to the line in the hurry up. Looking to pass. It's Ward. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Man, it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it has been...
The Hurricanes will punt it away on rid of the ball. Another punt is all activated.
I got to find a way to maybe be more
complete.
Back up front.
On third down, going up top. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. Motion from the offense. Looking for just 2nd and goal.
And I like the little bit of creativity. You know, this is...
Touchdown Orange! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Change, racing backfield, it's Restrepo. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. And the Canes send out the punt unit. But enough to leave them with the decision.
And the defense did a great job understanding the sticks, rallying to the football, getting them on the ground. And you're right, Reese, 4th and short, that means decision time, or for us, green light. Go for it.
The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Touchdown, they'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything's working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much more. Last time I've seen one look as him has played today, David, he has been on fire.
And it's so annoying now because all the quick game is so good. And then you take shots when you get matchups, and you see tight ends now that move like wide receivers and running backs that move like receivers. There's so many ways that quarterbacks can
Slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
carving them up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. Got to find a way to make these quarterbacks.
And with the extra room, he's going to get loose. They eventually chase him down, but what a spectacular return that almost went all the way. Off the play fake on first down to throw.
Pulls it out, throws the football right behind those guys, and gets the touchdown.
Yeah, it was a nice job there by the quarterback, too, on the ball handling. He just froze the defense.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. On the ground. Makes him talk to the hand. That keeps the running game churning. Pick up a 5 to the 23. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Dropping back, it's McCord. Fires to the big fella.
Flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Syracuse has a really nice drive going.
There's a...
Man, he's a timing route. You throw 3 million of them to the wide receiver and keeps his body in the way right there. Just lack of focus, lack of concentration. Just drops the easy play. He's probably caught that ball 99% of the time it's been thrown to him.
How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? Syracuse
is probably expecting blitz. That's why they dialed up the screen, but it did not fool the defense. Great job defending the screen, setting up 4th.
He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. Wide out, and he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out of the field.
Take it in. Touchdown, Miami.
You got to get that first ball game.
After giving up that last touchdown, they still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
And it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Palmer, that they really love here. Steal some momentum back in this ball game.
They do, Dave.
Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
Well, the defense comes away with the pick there with their nickel personnel. I think moving forward, if you're on offense, when you see that personnel on the field, you want to run the ball against it because you got smaller guys flexed on the perimeter.
Game before the defense gets him down. And the Hurricanes want to move quickly. Now the play fake. Looking left. He's got it. And a nice... There, the offense and hurry it low.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
You see linemen, that's why those types of plays are successful.
He's in. Will score!
You get a DB matched up on him, he can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
He wants to throw it. And he makes the catch.
Take the lead with
Handoff, play action fake. He wants to take the time room. Quarterback taking the shot. Point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more. He's looking to get to that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes.
To the quarter. Complete at times, it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes.
yeah, everything has been.
Canes have it with a 1st and 10.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the 1st down.
He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they
Catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
operating. Just a crushing mistake to get it together and try the right side. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Already in field goal range, but now trying to get touchdown Canes. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
And some of these guys make it look so easy, but these are tight windows down here, man. There's not a lot of space on the field, and he drops back, knows exactly where he's going with the football, throws it in there, makes the play, and more importantly, now his team is in the lead in the 4th quarter.
Lead will be 3, and at least a field goal won't beat you. He's got it, and the lead is up to a field goal. Touchdown. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run.
This guy is doing work on the outside, and the sweet toe tap to stay in bounds there.
How about the sweet feet? I mean, it's so hard to know where you're at on the sidelines and have good body control. And you could tell he did. Gets the feet down, secures the kick.
The officials throw the flag, but the offense won't need it. They'll decline that and keep the big play. From the gun, running back gets to give. Here it is trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the chains. It's 1st down. And that one's in. The defense denying him the 1st down. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And here they'll try to hit the sideline on the jet sweep. They knock him down, and what a disastrous play for this offense. A loss of 10. Looking for a man. It's with that one.
That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense, and number 3 is coming soon.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, it strikes the blow. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Solid pickup on 1st down.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and
on second down, wants to throw it. Caught over the middle. It's Gadsden. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight end brings up a second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. They'll run the screen. Breaks the tackle. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. Now,
third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass.
They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
they've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Third down play from the gun. Catch in the middle, it's George. And they reacted well to the completion.
You need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points.
They'll move the line.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get this.
Second and medium. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football, let him make plays.
Hit it quickly to the line. Back to pass and Parker, but they stop him. Another in the back. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
And you just get the feeling that this defense...
Now, snagged in the middle, it's Williams. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there. They'll have work to do to get the first down. We score as they get...
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Down lead, up 14 in the fourth. They're lining up to boot it away.
74, Syracuse, 60.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that.
Please, he does threaten the run, and then
Running. Looking to move it through the air. Makes the grab. It's Pena.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Offense comes out needing a score here, down 1 possession. And it's Haynes. Lead for second down. Got to get lined up to spike it and stop the clock. This will be the 7th play of the drive, and they need to convert the timeout. Work with another. He really lost his tempo trying to get off this third down play. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds his man, and they convert. They make the stop, but the sweet blowing catch is plenty to give them. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. And they got him. Didn't have much of a chance on that one, and a fitting way to put a capper on this game. Win, 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 win. It seems the only obstacle in their path could be getting bored or not paying close attention.
Just lined up beautifully for this team this year. We knew coming into the season they had guys that could go out and make plays and win games. We knew all about the coaching staff, but they've been able to avoid the injuries. The schedule has been difficult at times, but they've been able to overcome those challenges. They're like the unstoppable force, David. Everything that gets put in their way, they're just knocking down.
just mowing them down, shutting them down, doing everything they need to. And you know what's great about this time of year as a player? Award season. The banquets are around the corner, the Heisman Trophy awards, all those, the top defensive player awards in the country. Those are all coming their way with what they're building right now.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis.